A huge moo to the herd, and welcome back to our playthrough of Rise of Industry. A quick recap from where we were last time. We'd reached our first milestone. We are now producing all of the components we require for the interior car body. So we're producing car seats, we're producing interior linings, and we are producing radio receivers. So now we're moving on to the exterior car body. And that requires headlights, windows, and paint. So we're going to start by focusing on headlights. Now if I go to my, I think it's home goods, yep, excuse me, we require light bulbs, which require copper wire and glass, and we require headlights, which require glass and light bulbs. So they're the first things we're going to research. Let's get those two underway. As you can see, we've got the copper wire, we have the glass, and we have the LEDs, but we're going to need to start making light bulbs and more glass. So I've added an additional copper mine in. That will be sent into truck depot number 4. And I just realised that's going a really long way. No, that's actually going quite a short route. And then truck depot 4 will be sending all of its copper over to warehouse number 2. Once warehouse number 2 receives all of that, we can start using that to make all of the stuff we need. We've got plenty of coal, we've got plenty of sand, so we're going to increase the amount of glass we're making and then start working on our light bulbs and windows and headlights. So we just put this back into planning mode, and we're going to copy our glassworks and smelters, and we're going to just drop some additional ones in here. Make sure they're all still in range of the warehouse. They are, because we're going to need a lot more glass. So we'll get that running. Excuse me. A bit of a cough at the moment, I'm not sure why. Right, these guys are waiting on diodes. And it's just basically waiting for them to be produced at the moment, which is fine. So our research is for light bulbs at the moment. So we're going to probably need to drop some more home goods factories in to start producing those. Those light bulbs will then add more glass into the mix to produce our headlights. Now we want to start selling the headlights, and from my last check, Mold didn't actually want headlights, which is a bummer. Boo. However, Chillingham, the place where we started all of this, does want them. Yay! So we'll be shipping those headlights off to Chillingham. Now my goal, if you hadn't guessed throughout all of this, is to ensure that when I produce things I can sell them. We could just sell and store them, but that's really not going to help us, purely because, oops, 1 second, Union Strike paper mill production is down 50%. Yeah. As I was saying, it's not going to help us just storing them, because we're going to need to make the money. If you consider that the prototype facility for the car costs, I think it's like 50 million to make once that's unlocked. So we're going to need to make sure we are producing enough money. Right, deliver 18 furniture-based small to mold, 2.32 million. Let's see how many furniture-based small I actually have. Once the autosave clears. 99. Yeah, we'll do that one. Accept. And set a route up. Tier 2 for those, I think. Furniture base small. Contract, mold. Off you go. 2.32 million, and it gives me more reputation. Mold is still growing. It pretty much has all of the shops, I think, or it could be another 3 going in there. Just have a quick look. I think there's some more shops to come in. I'm not sure though. And that's us done. That contract was nice and easy. We finished it. Light bulbs have finished being researched. So let's pause this for a second. Go to our home goods factory. Spin that round. Ooh, put that into that mode so I can see where I'm going. Right, you're not making those, you're making these. And we'll just drop 3 of these in for the time being. Again, if I hold down shift, I can put multiples down. It tells me when I do it. Right, unpause that. So we need glass and copper wire. We're producing glass, we're producing copper wire. Plenty of glass, plenty of copper wire. Deliver 7 radio receivers. 15.68 million. October year 24. We're in March. 7 months. Could I do it? Possibly. Let's accept it. Change my warehouse, which is currently delivering them to there, to the contract. And cross our fingers. Unpause. What are you holding up? Just the diodes. That's fine, there's another batch of them coming out very soon. I do think I'm going to need to produce more diode factories. Because they just do take a long time to produce. How many diodes do I get per turn? 2. So we'll sit here, cross our fingers that we're going to deliver all these radio receivers. Alright, 4 factories are now in operation. Phew, I thought we were going to have a bit of a problem there. Alright, textile factory. It has problems with cardboard panels. Is that because my paper mills are on strike? Yes, it is. Come on, guys. We'll give you bigger coffee machines and more donuts if you cancel the strike. How about that? No, it didn't work. I tried. Obviously, I'm not a very good union negotiator. Alright, so should have a nice batch of those being delivered. Destination storage is full. Alright, what's the destination? Could be down to truck depot number 3. I don't know. One more radio. Time's getting away from us. Cannot reach destination. No, I think that's because it's full. Come on, come on. Someone must have the necessary components. Definitely going to need some more diodes being produced. Ooh, interesting. We've run out of sand, which I expected to happen. Decline. Headlights done. Still haven't delivered that radio yet. So we're going to need to put some more sand in place. Let's get our gatherer in place. Sand collector. Face you that way. And we'll get these all popped in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And ooh, time is really getting away. But they are being produced. I'm confident that one will be done. If anyone's seen my collaboration I did with Noam, you'll realise that I am not a big fan of contracts, having failed a few. Right, so we've now got our sand collectors in place. And we've done our contract. Phew, there's a nice 15 million in the bank. You're sending that to warehouse 2, which is brilliant, so we should start to see our sand building up. Meanwhile, I'm going to pop my tier 3 radio receivers back to mould. And I'm not going to send those to Towcaster, it's too away. Towchester even, it's too far away. What's the problem here? Why are you red? Oop, forgot to connect that one. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, all of those are on and producing sand. Can I add some more sand collectors in here? I can. 1 and 2. So we've increased our sand production. Hopefully that will be enough to get things kicking over. We are storing up light bulbs. So the next thing to produce is headlights. And the autosave is done. Which requires more glass. So hopefully we've got enough sand. We're out of copper again. No, just got too much copper wire. So let's drop some more home goods factory in. Let's pause the game. Change you to headlights. And we'll just copy you one more time there. And start it up again. And finally, we'll set our destination. Tier 3 for headlights, yep. And you can go to Chillingham Car Parts. Although saying that, maybe I should have sent that to a truck depot and send them back, but we'll see what happens. Again, 30 days to produce the headlights, we've got glass stored, we're producing glass. So once these are started to be produced and sold, we have another key component of our car produced. Which means I want to check to see if we're having a surplus of glass. We are. So, if we're having a surplus of glass, where do I make windows? Not here. Home goods factory? Not there either. Is this an automotive factory one? Let's have a look. Automotive factory. Nope. It is in the glassworks and smelter. Doesn't mean I haven't researched it. Let's have a look. That is indeed correct. I haven't researched it yet. So let's get that research done. Because we can get the glassworks and smelter up and running and produce a lot more glass. Alright, where are we going to pop them? Now here's the big question. Who wants to buy windows? I feel like a double glazing salesman saying that. Chillingham wants to buy windows. Does Mould want to buy windows? Mould wants to buy windows. 132,000 per window for you, and Chillingham is 132,000. So it doesn't really matter who I sell them to. I'll probably sell them to Mould, just because it's closer. So where am I going to put my glassworks and smelters? I'm going to decline that contract because it's not worth enough. Right, so we made 4.18 million, and of which we took home 2 million. And Windows is now complete. Let's see our roads. We could loop round the back there. Put a bridge over the top. Yeah, let's do that. Looks prettier. Pause the game. Glassworks and smelter. You're going that way. Oh, do I want to go that way? Yeah, why not? Now, unfortunately, I think... Oh, you're just inside the warehouse range. You'll be in the warehouse range there, I think. Set you to Windows. Copy you to... Hold down that shift key. Oh. And drop our road around. Nice bridge over. Nope. Oh, apparently I can't do a bridge over that bit. Does it need to be straight or something? Ah, well, it wiggles. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Right, one thing I wanted to check is all your out. So the warehouse has to be fully within, or is it just way below the range? It looks like it's in the range. Yep, they're all manual. Okay, so that presents me with a bit of a dilemma. Do I output these guys straight into there, considering all they need is lots of glass, but then that stuffs everything else up? Or do I try and balance it up? Tricky one. See, to me, these appear to be within the range of the warehouse, and yet they're all set to manual. Oh, apparently I can set them to auto. That's weird. No warehouse in range. Warehouse in range. Oh, it's because I copied the other one. Alright, that makes sense. Right, so 3 of my warehouses are in range. If I click on this warehouse here, then you see I think that would just be out of range as well. So I'm going to set a destination for glass and smelter L18. As tier 1 produces glass. And you're going to factories number 18. So, your auto. Excuse me. Wait for this to autosave to finish. Your auto. No, you're not. You are now. And your auto. Okay. And you can send your output back to warehouse number 2. And let's kick that off. So, we are producing headlights. We are producing, eventually, windows once the glass gets delivered. It should be anytime soon, judging by the sheer amount of trucks. Now, if you look at my roads, there are lots and lots of trucks. And this is all fine. It doesn't seem to be making a blind bit of difference. However, when the game's fully released, there will be traffic. So this will be a problem for me. And I will obviously need to find a way around that. So, something to bear in mind if you're when you go to play this proper. It's going to be a problem with traffic. Right, so I'm now producing windows. I'm producing radio receivers. We need to produce a lot more glass, I think, but we'll see how we get on. Is that mine? Yep. So we're now 2 out of the 3 components for the exterior body. Now, if we just, well, let it run for a time being. If we look at our books, car prototype, body chassis, exterior body requires paint. Now, what does paint require? Paint requires chemicals and dye. We're producing dye, so we could increase the amount of dye I'm producing. Chemicals require gas. Okay, does mold have any gas? It does. Good news, everyone. We can produce chemicals here. Yay! That is pleasing. I'm obviously maxed out in milk again, so I've got to find a way of getting rid of this milk. Let's dump that for the time being. Does anyone want milk? Let's pause the game. Farm produce, milk. Choose destination, commercial. Bridport is 300 tiles away. It's not worth the delivery. The state is 351 tiles. Yeah, Bridport could be the one I want. I could dispatch it and see what happens. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. See if it screws everything up. Because that milk storing up is a bit of a problem. We are very close to maxing out on copper wire. So copper wire is no longer an issue for us. Seems just to be those diodes. But they are being produced. So we probably need to add some more diode factories in. Okay. It's not the end of the world. Right, gas. Is that gas? That is gas. Pause the game. We want paint. So, where is paint going to be? Petrochemical. Sounds reasonable. Chemicals to paint. So let's start doing our research. So, that requires gas, which requires gas and dye. Do I have a gas gatherer? I do. So, let's get this in place. I'm going to max out the range, I think. And I want to make sure I don't overlap the... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to add my harvesters in. Ah, the gas harvesters are a lot smaller. That's a good thing. Alright, so I'll pop you in a line along here. Let's do that view. It might be easier for me. It is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And connect these all up. Make sure that links up. Right, so that's the gas harvesters in place. What else did I need? For chemicals, just needs gas, and it's done at a petrochemical plant. And for paint, you need chemicals and dye, also done at a petrochemical plant. So, we're currently researching paint, so we must have got the other stuff. So let's drop our petrochemical plant down. And I'm going to pop you just there for the time being. Your output is going to go straight to petrochemical plant. And you're going to be producing chemicals. And whilst it's detached at the moment, it won't be. So we are making huge progress. We have all of the interior body stuff. We have 2/3 of the exterior body stuff running. And we've just started producing chemicals to be able to produce the paint to give us the 3rd component required for our exterior body. And that's what we'll do in our next video. So all it remains for me to say is, if you like this video, give it a like. If you dislike this video, feel free to dislike it. Any comments, please leave in the comments section. And if you enjoy these videos and want to see more, then please feel free to subscribe. I wish you a very good day, and I look forward to you joining me in my next video. Thank you very much.